Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode 255 of Be With Me, 7 Minutes of Biblical Wonder. We're in Luke chapter 12 today. And let's start by throwing the editors of my Bible under the bus. Luke chapter 12, verse 4, 5, 6, and 7. 4 verses, and the little title above it, which is not inspired, by the way. It says, "Have no fear." And that's exactly what the passage does not say. It says really more, I'll conclude, have the right kind of fear, have a godly fear, have a respect of the office of the Lord. So let me read those verses and you can see if I'm right about that. Verse 4 of chapter 12 of Luke says, "I tell you, my friends, do not fear those who kill the body, and after that have nothing more that they can do." I suppose that's where they got that "have no fear" title. Verse 5, "But I will warn you whom to fear. Fear him who, after he has killed, has authority to cast into hell. Yes, I tell you, fear him." Verse 6, "Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 pennies, and not one of them is forgotten before God? Why, even the hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear not, you are of more value than many sparrows." So verse 4 does say don't fear something, and that is those who kill the body, and we spend a lot of time worried about those and things that can kill the body, because don't we love our mortal coil? But we don't want to certainly make that an ultimate value. We don't want to be so concerned about a cancer or a virus or an enemy that it is ultimately valuable and ultimately in the front of our minds. So he's reminding us, Jesus is reminding us of the limited power of these things. It's just the body, and it's temporary, and certainly don't make that the primary focus of your fear. That's verse 4. Verse 5 tells you what you should make the primary focus of your fear. It's a warning. In fact, he says that, but I warn you whom to fear. And it is to fear him who has the power over the body, him who controls life, numbers our days. And we suddenly go to this incredible power of the Lord. I remember back in John chapter 10 where he says, "I lay my life down. I have the authority to lay it down, and I have the authority to take it up." And that's how he proves that he has the authority over our lives. Recently, I was raking some leaves and had some little people with me, and I was throwing them into this big leaf pile that we made. And I was throwing them not against their will. I was throwing them with their will. We had a great time, but I was casting them into the leaf pile. And the same thing here is the same idea is worry about the one that has the authority to throw you not into a leaf pile with giggles, but to throw you into hell. It's like, oh my goodness, to judgment. I'm thinking of Satan with the Far Side cartoons, where he's kind of thought of being ruling in hell. And he's not ruling there. He is ruined there. He is powerless and punished there. So our focus should be the one who has the power to deal with evil, the one that has the power to judge rightly. And then he goes to the value of sparrows. And you just got to love this. We talked about this in one of my favorite episodes, episode 102, that Sparrow Lives Matter. And basically says the same thing here too. Are not sparrows sold for 2 pennies? And not one of them is forgotten by God. So when we wonder about our value, God says, I even care about the sparrows and the hairs of your head. So the good news is that we're valued and highly valued by God. But in the context of this passage in our verses today, as well as the ones we did yesterday, there's also sort of a bad news here, that we're not forgotten. Nothing is covered up. And that kind of should make you squirm a little bit, and the hairs in the back of your head get a little spiky. So the Lord is saying, I value sparrows, and I certainly value and I care for you. In fact, you have to add up a whole bunch of sparrows to get to the value of you. The value of many sparrows, it says. All right, so let's get to some of the focus of this passage. Could my concerns be misplaced? Yes. Is there something here to be aware of? Yes. Is there something here to be warned of? My prayer is that the Lord would make it clear today. Do you care? Does the Lord care? Yes. Am I seen? Yes. Verse 12 or 12:2 says, nothing is covered up that won't be revealed. Nothing will not be known. Am I seen? Yes. Am I forgotten? No. Even the sparrows aren't forgotten. Is anything covered? No. Anything hidden? No. Am I more valued than sparrows? Yes. Should I be careful how I live? Yes. Should I fear and respect and honor God? Yes. Does God have the authority to see evil? Yes. Punish evil? Yes. Does God see all? Yes. Does he punish justly? Yes. Am I in trouble? Yes. But does he not make a way? I am not forgotten in judgment. That's what this passage says. But don't forget the rest of the Bible. I'm not forgotten in rescue either. I'm thinking of Nicodemus, the message that he gives Nicodemus. That's episodes 209 through 212. For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son. John 3:16, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but in order that the world might be saved through him. And whoever believes in him is not condemned, but whoever does not believe is condemned already. So, Lord, should we have fear? Yes, just fear the right things. Remember, my brothers and sisters, we're not forgotten in judgment. That's what this passage says. We should be sobered about that. But also, let's not forget that we are not forgotten in rescue. I bless you.